Hey, beautiful, and welcome back to the podcast. Today, we're gonna talk all about quantum leaps, and I'm gonna give you a very practical process for how to make a quantum leap happen. Now, if you haven't listened to the last podcast episode, I highly suggest that you go listen to that first, because that's where I share the number one secret to quantum leap into your dream reality, into your specific person dream relationship, or anything else for that matter, because you can apply the exact same things that I'm talking about here to all areas of your life. So, in the last podcast episode, I was sharing with you the one thing that most people skip during the manifestation process and why they're not able to manifest what they want or make that quantum leap happen. Something that I have noticed in the manifestation community, especially when it comes to the ones manifesting a specific person, is that they have often found these concepts of the law of assumption, the law of attraction, and everybody's you pushed out, and all of these manifestation concepts when they feel hurt and lonely and they are in a lot of pain because their specific person broke their heart. And what these beautiful women and men then try to do is all of these manifesting techniques and repeat affirmations, and they're trying to live in the end of the wish fulfilled, this end state in order to manifest that specific person back into their arms. And the reason for why it's not working is because they are missing the foundations. They haven't done that foundational work first, so those manifesting techniques won't work. Like, it's the same thing as trying to build a house on a ground that is not rock solid. You wouldn't even build your dream home on a ground that is not rock solid if you knew that that house was gonna crumble in a couple of years, and all of that hard earned money that you have saved up for these past 10 years is just gonna be vanished. It's just gonna be gone. The same goes with manifestation, and this is where I see a lot of people are. They haven't built those foundations first, so what happens is that they may see some small movement with their specific person manifestation by repeating those affirmations or doing those manifesting techniques, but if their specific person was to come back in, they would just end up losing them just as quickly. And in the last podcast episode, I was discussing one of these foundational pieces to manifesting. Like, not only manifesting your specific person or new love into your arms, but making sure that this time around you're gonna be able to sustain that relationship and hold on to your manifestation. Because I'm not really interested in just helping you manifest your specific person back into your arms as quickly as possible if you're not able to sustain that committed, healthy relationship and make it last a lifetime. And in this episode, when we're gonna talk about quantum leaps and jumping timelines, so that you can quantum leap into your dream relationship with your specific person, I'm also gonna give you another foundational piece to not only manifesting that into your life, but making it last. Okay, let's dive into this episode. What is quantum leaping? Quantum leaping, quantum jumping, timeline hopping, whatever you wanna call it goes back to the study of quantum physics, and it has been a topic that's been trending for quite some time in the manifestation community. In practical terms, a quantum leap is basically where you move from one state to another or one reality to another. It's like a quick level up in your life where you feel like you're quickly upgrading some area of your life. And it's based on the theory that there are infinite parallel realities that exist here right now, and this also means that there are infinite versions of you that exist. Because in quantum physics, time is not linear, so there is no past, present, or future. There's only the present moment that exists. There's only now, now, and now. There's only the present moment that you're currently occupying. And in this present moment, all realities, or like all slices of reality, all different versions of reality, as well as all versions of you, exist at the same time. And the amazing thing here is that you can start tapping into the slice of reality that you want to experience, and when you do, and when this becomes your dominant state of being, that's exactly what you're gonna see in front of you. So at this moment in time, there is a version of you that is single, that feels unloved, not chosen, maybe heartbroken and lonely. And there's also another version of you that feels whole and complete, feels on top of the world, that feels so loved, adored, and is chosen by their specific person. And there are infinite other versions of you existing in this present moment as well. I promise that this is all gonna make so much sense in a moment, so please stay with me here. The theory of quantum jumping is scientifically backed. So think of yourself as the atom in the quantum field. And inside of the atom, there are electrons. And these electrons, or these tiny particles that make up atoms, they don't stay in just one spot. Instead, they can be in different places or different energy levels. So the cool part here is that these electrons can jump between these energy levels. So they don't always move in smooth or predictable ways. Instead of traveling in a straight line from point A to point B, they can suddenly jump from one energy level to another without even passing through the space in between. Because a quantum leap isn't about slow and steady progress. Instead, it's almost that quote unquote magical moment where you suddenly find yourself in a completely new reality. Like things around you just look different. And we're naturally shifting between these timelines all the time, like every single day, depending on our mood, the choices that we make, like even these small choices on a day-to-day basis, they can send us on a completely new trajectory in life. That being said, not every moment through timelines is considered to be a quantum leap, because a quantum leap is a massive shift. And this quantum leap comes from a massive shift in your energy, which is something that I'm gonna go into in a bit. But sometimes the quantum leap almost happens by mistake, via the process of a trigger event like someone close to you dying, or a near death experience, or just something else happening to you where you just have that realization that your life is never gonna look the same again. Or through a spiritual awakening, which is something that so many of my clients have had. It's these moments where something massive happens, maybe something that shocks you to your core, and then you have these aha moments, these realizations, and you just have a shift in the mental energy, like you're shifting your thinking and you're shifting the way that you relate to the world and the way that you perceive things. It's like this identity upgrade where you start seeing yourself in a new light, and then you start perceiving the world, seeing things in a completely new light, which also means that your old timeline, your current reality, is no longer a match to you. And so your subconscious mind, that part of your brain that is responsible for creating over 95% of your reality, will align you with a new timeline, and thus your reality will change. Now, instead of saying the subconscious mind, a lot of people are talking about the universe aligning you with a new reality. So if that resonates with you more, then you can just think about the universe. But the universe is really you, it's really your subconscious mind. So how do we actually quantum leap? How do we shift timelines so that we get what we want? The way that I first want to explain what a timeline is it's based on where you are right now, based on this moment in time. And you know that your life is pretty much predictable if you're consistently showing up the same way every single day. Like if you choose to go to the same places, do the same things, show up the same way today as you did yesterday and the week before and the month before, you know that there are gonna be certain people that you're gonna meet and certain experiences and situations that you're gonna bump into. So let's say that you were in a relationship with your specific person, and you were on a specific timeline where you were going to work, you had your own hobbies, maybe you went to the gym, and then after work and on the weekends, you were hanging out with your specific person, had a lovely time together with them, and sometimes you were coming together as a big group where you were hanging out with your specific person's friends and also your friends. And you went on the same adventures that you enjoyed. Maybe it was going to the beach, going on hikes, renting a cottage in the middle of nowhere. You did the same things for months or years, and then suddenly you broke up with your specific person. And now you are on a completely new timeline. And maybe you lived together with your specific person, so now you had to move to a different apartment or to a different state. This is a quantum leap. I have always been the person that enjoys adventures and some exciting new places that I haven't visited before, and so I would just pack my suitcase and move to a new country and stay there for like months or years. I mean, I'm 32 years old right now and I have been living in almost 10 countries for more than like 6 months. And what I noticed was that every time I moved overseas, it was like I had this massive identity upgrade at the same time. There was nobody that knew me, so I could just recreate myself and I could choose to be the version of myself that I wanted to be. And this was really how I was intentionally creating this quantum leap for myself. Because you could think about it this way. The way that this whole reality works is that you're in the center of the universe, and then everything is being reflected back to you. Everything that is in your 3D reality is just a reflection of you. Like it's an extension of who you are. So if there's something right now in your 3D reality, like in your physical reality, that you no longer want to experience, or you just want to quantum leap into your dream reality, then what you need to do is you need to change the way you identify yourself. You need to change the way you see yourself through shifting your beliefs on a subconscious level, because your subconscious mind is always gonna create a reality for you that matches its internal programs. What do I mean with internal programs? I mean your beliefs about yourself and about life. When we say that a quantum leap comes from a massive shift in energy, what energy really is it's all of your subconscious programs. When you shift your beliefs about yourself and about life, you will naturally shift your energy. And the best part here is that that will be permanent. Because when you shift your beliefs and they stick within the subconscious mind, they will stay with you for a lifetime. It's like your skin. If you get a sunspot on your skin, it's gonna stay with you for a lifetime as well. So when I say that a quantum leap comes from a massive shift in your energy, what I mean is within your subconscious programs, your beliefs. I don't mean a massive shift in your energy, like, yeah, you have to shift your mood and change your emotions, because emotions are just energy in motion as well, but your emotions will change. Like, you can wake up one day and feel like shit and have a bad day, and another day you can wake up and feel on top of the world. But when it comes to your beliefs, when you have shifted your beliefs on a subconscious level, you will always be a match to your dream reality, no matter what you do. And also no matter how you feel on a day-to-day basis. So let's talk about how do we actually quantum jump from point A to point B without having to go through all of the ups and downs, without it having to take 10 years or a fucking long time before you get where you want to be. You have to conjure up this energy. Just as an electron requires a specific amount of energy to make a quantum jump, you also need to use a specific amount of mental energy to align with this dream reality of yours. Because the quantum field is a mental dimension, so you don't actually go there with your physical body. It's just a place that your consciousness can go and access. This is also why we say that time is an illusion, because in your everyday life, it's only ever your consciousness that is jumping from one parallel reality to the next one. And the reason for why I say that it's so important to shift your beliefs on a subconscious level, not only the beliefs about yourself, like how you see yourself and identify yourself, but also your beliefs about the world, your beliefs about that area of life that you want to change. is because your consciousness is a collection of your identity and your dominant beliefs. Because the way that you see yourself and identify yourself through the beliefs that you hold is the lens through which you view and experience the world. So when you shift your beliefs, you're naturally gonna shift the way that you view yourself and how you identify yourself in this world, and therefore you're also gonna naturally change the way you look at the world and experience your reality. And because your reality is specifically catered to your consciousness or to your dominant belief system, what that then means is that when you shift your beliefs, that's when your reality is gonna change. I always like to say that your reality is a projection of your own consciousness, and your subconscious mind plays a massive role in what consciousness you are projecting from, just because of your beliefs, because your subconscious mind holds on to your beliefs, and that's creating that lens through which you look at the world. You may say, I want to attract my dream relationship with my specific person, but if the way that you identify yourself hasn't changed, if the things that you believe to be true about yourself and about the world haven't changed, and if the thinking, feeling, and acting within your energetic field has normalized a lack of love, normalized feeling scarcity, normalized not having the abundance that you actually want, then you're not gonna experience a reflection in your reality where you have the love that you want. Like, not until you change the way you identify yourself. Is this making sense? And the reason for why you're not gonna have the love you want, even if you're telling yourself, I want to manifest my dream relationship with my specific person, is not because you're not capable of manifesting it. It's not because you're not worthy or good enough for your specific person. It's not because you can't have that dream relationship of yours. It's simply not happening because of the way that you identify yourself, like in relation to this area of your life. Because your reality is simply a mirror, it's a neutral thing. Your reality is not judging you. Your reality is not being like, let us give this person a lot of lack. Let us give this person so many experiences of scarcity. No, you are creating those for yourself. So in order to quantum leap into your dream reality right now, what I want you to do is imagine that you're playing a video game. And usually in a video game you have to complete certain levels to move on. But since we're gonna quantum leap now, we're not gonna move up those levels like one by one. Instead, what we're gonna do is we're gonna unlock a superpower that lets us skip directly to a new, more exciting level without all of that usual grinding. We're gonna instantly unlock a superpower that lets us skip those levels so that we can instantly jump from level 5 to level 500. The way that you're gonna unlock this superpower is by you choosing a very powerful character that you want to play in the game. You know that every single character in a video game has a different physical appearance. You know that these different characters have a different way of showing up in that video game. They have a specific way of moving through that video game, responding to things in the video game. And every single character has different weapons in their armor that they're able to use in that video game. That is their superpower. So just like in a video game where you would choose a specific reality that you want to play in and also choose your character, choose the superpowers and the weapons that you want to have. In order to quantum leap, you're gonna now first choose what reality it is that you want to experience. You're gonna first of all define your dream reality and get clear on exactly what your dream reality looks like and what are the experiences that you want to have. So I would grab a pen and a paper and then I would write it down and get super clear on exactly what it is that I want. Let's say that you want your dream relationship with your specific person. Okay, cool, but how do you know when you have it? What does that look like specifically? What would you be doing together with your specific person on a day-to-day basis? How are you spending your time together? What are the precious moments that you want to share with them? How do you want them to treat you and to talk to you? And just getting clear on things like, do you live together? And if so, where do you live? And in what kind of house or apartment? And then after you have chosen your reality, after you have got clear on what that dream reality of yours looks like, you have to then get clear on what kind of character would be a match to that dream reality. Because your reality is just like a video game simulation. And just as in a video game, you have a specific character and their reality responds to them based on who they are. Your physical reality now also responds to you. So you need to choose a character to show up as every single day, and when you do, your reality is gonna start automatically responding to you differently. So ask yourself, if you were to wake up tomorrow morning and it says you would choose this video game that you want to play, which character are you going to choose to be that day so that your reality can respond to you and show you what it is that you actually want? Because the only difference between your current reality, like where you're currently standing, and that dream reality that you want to quantum leap into is simply your identity or your energy. And you can cause a change in your energy field in an instant by how you choose to show up right now. It's just this character that you choose to play. And here's the thing when it comes to manifestation, you need to keep firing the new neural pathways into your mind over and over and over again for them to stick within the subconscious mind. Because you can't be double minded here, where you choose differently every day. You have to choose to show up as this new character every single day for a period of time until your physical reality, your 3D reality starts catching up and starts shifting. You have to fire these new neural pathways in your brain a significant amount of times for them to become dominant in the subconscious mind. It's only when they become dominant within the subconscious mind that you're gonna start seeing massive changes in your 3D reality, and not only that, these changes are gonna be permanent, like they're gonna be lasting. So your energy needs to be in alignment with the energy of the timeline that you want. If it's not a match, if it's not in alignment, then you're not gonna quantum leap. And when I say energy here, what I mean is it's coming from your belief system. Your beliefs need to be in alignment with what it is that you want. So you need to ask yourself, the character that is playing in my dream reality, what do they believe to be true? What do they believe to be true about themselves and about the world? What are the beliefs that they are holding on to? Because those are the beliefs that you need to start shifting in order to align yourself with your dream reality and quantum leap. And often what I see with my clients is that when they start shifting their beliefs on a subconscious level, that is when their reality starts shifting in massive ways within weeks. When you start shifting your subconscious programs, aka your beliefs, the ones that have been creating the same reality for yourself over and over again on autopilot, you will notice how fast your outer reality is gonna catch up and change as well. So even if you choose the character that you want to play and show up as every single day, you're gonna still notice that there are gonna be experiences and things that are gonna pop up that are gonna maybe trigger you. Because your reality is constantly showing you what's going on within the subconscious mind, and it's constantly giving you an opportunity to change things when it, for example, makes you feel triggered. So notice the trigger and thank the trigger and understand that that trigger comes up to show you what is going on within the subconscious mind that you can now shift And when you do, you're ready for the quantum leap. Because your daily experiences in the 3D reality and also other people, they are constantly there to show you what is happening within your own brain, like within the subconscious mind. They show you these unconscious hidden beliefs that you hold about yourself and about the world that you need to shift in order to quantum leap. And they also show you all of these unprocessed emotions and feelings that you may even have been unaware that you're holding on to, so that you now have a chance to notice those emotions and process them in a healthy way, like shift them through feeling them. It's like your reality is constantly showing you, hey, this is where you can level up. This is where you can quantum leap. When you shift this one thing, that's when you're gonna quantum leap like this. And that's when your reality is gonna change in massive ways. And after you have started shifting those things that come up, like shifting those beliefs and shifting those emotions, what's gonna happen is that your whole perception of your reality will change. This is something that happens automatically, something that you don't really have to think about, is just gonna happen. Now here's the thing, you can't just do this once and expect it all to shift, like expect everything to happen. Like you can't just listen to one hypnosis audio 2 days in a row and expect everything to magically change. So if you listen to a hypnosis audio 2 times and then you're like, okay, I'm feeling amazing, I'm feeling on top of the world, I'm feeling like the prize, and I'm feeling so much love within myself right now. And then you open your eyes and you go back to feeling lack, it's just not gonna work. That's not the right place for a quantum leap to happen. But what you definitely wanna do is tune into what it is that you want, tune into that dream reality of yours every single day, be it the first thing you do in the morning. A process that I like to use because it's just always worked so fast for me is something that I call the celebration method. Like I've used this process so many times and it works like magic every single time. Like I remember before I manifested this $1 million dream apartment that I now live in, I was also using this celebration method. And that's how I quantum leaped my reality within 2 months. So what I want you to do is I want you to celebrate your dream reality as if it's already here. Because that's when you're gonna change the energetic response in your body, which will then change the response in your physical reality, right? Because your physical reality is just responding to you. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna celebrate having everything you want before it happens. You're gonna imagine that you wake up in the morning and you notice that you have quantum leaped into your dream reality. Your reality now looks exactly the way you wanted it to, and everything you wanted is right in front of your eyes. And you just imagine yourself throwing a dance party in your house. You're like, oh my god, it happened! And maybe you're imagining that you're calling your best friend to share the good news. And you're just feeling those feelings in your body as if it's already here. And then you hear your friend on the phone congratulating you. And you know exactly how they're gonna respond. You know exactly what they're gonna say. And you have heard their voice so many times before. So that's one way to make this experience feel so real in your body. And if you do this first thing in the morning for even just a couple of weeks, what's gonna happen is you're gonna start changing the way that you show up throughout the day, and you're gonna shift your energetic state, which means you're also gonna shift your reality and the things that you're attracting into your life.